What's good, AK gang? And today, I'm talking to y'all about how an important matter. White people have been trying, they tried to kill the sun multiple times. So we're gonna get right into this. Before I found out this information that I'm gonna start talking to y'all about, I got a vision of the sun and how it looks, okay? Or possible, what I believe is what it looks like at its current state. And of course, it's not like I could draw like the bottom, so basically, when you look up the sun now, you don't see a disk around it. You see the difference between my sun and their sun. All right, now you see the main difference is the disk around this sun, right? When you look up the sun on Google or any other website, they don't have a disk around it 9 times out of 10, but they be putting the truth in plain sight. So this is how white people tried to kill the sun multiple times. Now let me get into this. I just want y'all to see this real quick. It says, these dusty young stars are changing the rules of planet building. Astronomers peer inside planetary nurseries for clues about how solar systems and others came to be, meaning that they're nursing the planet. Now you see that, right? Now what the heck does that look like right there? It looks like a sun, right? With a disk around it. No, it's not. It looks like a sun with a disk around it. So now I'm about to read this to you guys and pretty much explain what the heck all this stuff mean, okay? It says up under the picture, right up under the picture, it says an artist's impression of a planetary nursery in which growing planets etch, the key word is etch here, rings in the disk of dust and gas around a young star. Etch means to engrave, take away, carve out, pretty much like they're trying to destroy it, because you see what it does to us and our skin, and it gives us knowledge and things of that nature. And they were very upset because maybe they're not even supposed to be here, and that's why the sun did not work in their favor like they wanted it to. So now, it says some 100,000 years ago, when Neanderthals, and what I believe, guys, if this is true, because it's no telling, this could be the actual sun that they're trying to kill, and they're trying to hide it. It's either that, or this is a new sun that was created, and they're trying to keep it from being 2 suns at one time, because then that'll be, you know what I'm saying, even worse for them. And especially if it actually were to grow, because the sun, let's face it, they are not, whatever they're doing, they're not helping the sun. They're putting objects around the sun to literally destroy it, right? Think of just carving around the tree, right? Or erosion. After a while, it's gonna break down. It's not building it up. We grow, the sun is like a being just like us, so it grows from the inside, and you know what I'm saying? It grows like a human being. Okay. Now we got that disclosure. It says, some 100,000 years ago, when Neanderthals still occupied the caves of southern Europe, a star was born. It appeared when a ball of gas collapsed and ignited, meaning it set on fire, just like the sun, with a stellar factory known as the Taurus molecular cloud. Then leftover material began to cool and coalescence around it, forming dust grains in a hazy envelope of gas. Now that right there says that this, even if it's not another sun, even if it's not the sun, it's first of all, there's many suns out there. But if this is not the only problem is that it's close to our planet. That's what they care about. So if this is even if it isn't the sun, it's still another sun, and they're trying to kill it. You see what I'm saying? It's still ours, and they're trying to kill it. They're trying to keep us from getting our benefits at the same time, though. You see what I'm saying? And then it has to, like, it's, even if it might not be as big as our original sun, like our sun that we see in the sky every day that sets and rises, it basically, like, it's still a sun, because you hear what it says. It said it appeared when a ball of gas collapsed and ignited. Okay, now moving on. In September 2014, some of the light from that hot young star and its surrounding landed here on Earth. It don't say, but landed inside 66 silvery parabolas perched on a plateau in Child's Atacama Desert. And that's over there close to Africa. I looked it up just to make sure. The driest on Earth. It says the driest place on Earth. And if you look it up, that place, if you look up the Child's Atacama Desert, like, you could see, like, the star. That's the best place to go stargazing there. I'm telling you 100%. The photons had taken 450 years to make the journey. So you hear this right. The photons had taken 450 years to make the journey. Astronomers were waiting, meaning they knew that this was gonna come way before them. Like, their parents knew that like, this stuff was gonna happen. And it says they were waiting, they were conducting a test. I'm gonna leave this link in the bio as well. They were conducting a test of the Atacama Large Millimeter-sized Sub-Millimeter Array, which they call ALMA, ALMA, which features radio antennas separated by distances up to 15 kilometers, meaning they were tracking when it was gonna arrive, pretty much. That's all they did. They were sitting there and waiting for it to arrive for 450 years, and they were getting paid for that. And they had us slaving. And they were getting paid big money too. But they told us nothing about it. They don't want us to have nothing to do with it because they want to wipe it out. But then they tell us after, you're gonna see, they tell us after they already done tried to emit the stuff out there into the solar system and try to destroy the sun. You see how they do us? It says, with such long spans between them, the antennas work as high resolution receivers that can discern cool objects less than a millimeter across. When the telescope team, all right, forget all that, y'all. Now we got another important, like, issue to address. Say, these beings, these people, they knew, these demonic people knew that they were trying to take out the earth way before us, right? Like, before I found out, and y'all found out as well. So they had to be connected to something that also wants the sun taken out as well, right? And I have to be connected to something that is trying to help, like, prevent that from happening. And probably other people as well were told, but they just didn't understand completely, or they don't know how to tie it together completely. And like I told you guys, I was communicating with demonic invasive species in the past who literally just want to destroy everything. And as I mentioned before, that these beings, they came to me because of my writings, my videos, my knowledge that I have, like, and I possess, places that I've been, like, I astral traveled, and they wanted me to be on their side pretty much and use me for evil. And they told me I would be Lucifer in the flesh. I would pray Lucifer, I would pray Lucifer, get other people to bow down and pray Lucifer. And what they meant by that was get people to be a Christian, follow any religion, pray, fast, meditate, things of that nature. And I done touched on this many times. I would get people to continue to read tarot cards, horoscopes, get card readings. And those are the beings that want the sun taken out. I already know it. Because where the heck did they get this information from that these beings, like, that they were going to send, like, 66 parabolas down to Earth on a high plateau? A plateau is a high form of ground. Where did they know this information from? 450 years before it even came down to this Earth. And, like, one of the most beautiful, like it might be the driest place on Earth, but that junk is beautiful. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you look at, like I told you, if you look at it, I'm gonna put a picture right here, actually, just so you can see right now. That place is beautiful, and they don't even let us touch it. They don't even let us go there, visit there, most likely, because they're conducting experiments and waiting on stuff to be destructive. And if they got these 66 parabolas, what do you think they're gonna do with them? You think they're gonna destroy him? They don't even know how to destroy him, most likely. And they're not finna give him to us and let us see him, put him in museums. They're finna, if they were told that they're coming here, they were also told how to use them and where to put them. So they're gonna try to put them back out there in the system, like the solar system, towards this planet or our sun, both, and destroy it. Which means destroying us as a race, because we need the sun. Like, we need the sun to live. They're trying to kill us off as a race. Do you see what I'm saying now? They're trying to kill us off as a race. And then white people, they need the sun as well. But for some reason, well, everybody needs the sun because they have melanin. They have melanin in them, but we just have way more. We need it way more. Like, that's why they're doing all this stuff, like trying to create food without the sun, and growing inside these dark buildings and these cold, nasty like places. Even if it is like sanitary, like that's not the conditions of a plant. Like, the plant needs to be outside. Like, it's supposed to get hit with the rainwater. It's supposed to goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, if kids come touch it, it's supposed to be touched. It's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Then you wash it out later. Like, that's what makes it strong. Like, that's what makes a plant strong. Like, the nutrients in the ground. Like, all the things that have been in the ground. Like, even if it is animals and stuff like that, or dead bugs or whatever. Or, of course, live bugs, of course. But, you see what I'm saying? We're just gonna get back to the sun, though. Like, okay, now, I'm gonna show you this, guys, right here. How they've been tricking people and think that they're actually, like, building the sun up. Like, they're adding to the sun and it's growing. But instead, all they're doing is breaking away. It's like erosion, like I said. They're just tearing away from the sun. Look at this, guys. Look at this. It says attractive scenarios. And let me just go back up to this real quick. It says somebody named a German philosopher, whatever, in 1755, he imagined the sun and planets arising from a nebulous cloud of gas and dust that slowly collapsed and flattened. What that sound like to you? That means the sun died, my G. They want the sun to die. And where did he get this from? A demonic entity that wants the sun to die as well. Because they're not supposed to be in this. They're not supposed to be over here. They're an invasive species put here to destroy us. Now look at this co-accretion. We're going to go back to the attractive scenarios, right? But the co-accretion, that's the main thing that they tell you that's helping the planets grow. And really all it's doing is just like beating up against the goddamn planet, pretty much. Well, it was. In this early theory, protoplanets form through a series of violent strikes as bits of dust, and then progressively larger objects are gravitationally attracted to one another and collide, and in many cases merge. And remember I told you the word up here, y'all. The key word is etch, meaning like they're going to like, it's engraving it, like it's carving away at it. Now, for attractive sounds, this is important as well. Look, listen to this. It says, various theories have been proposed, meaning there's a lot of ways to explain how the planets came about, right? Various theories have been proposed to explain how planets come to be. Many focus on a crucial period right after the birth of a star. Now, why is that? They're trying to be funny, like always. They're trying to be funny. There's something in my eye. When the dust and gas surrounding it somehow transform from a relatively uniform disk into planetary embryos called protoplanets. Objects several thousand kilometers wide that ultimately form the cores of giant gas planets and bulk of smaller rocky ones. Now what the heck that mean is, these people be spying on the planets, and as soon as they find out that there's a new planet coming, from my knowledge, this is like, you let me know down in the comments. It sounds like they're this is what they do. They're attacking the planets when they first come, so that they don't become too overpowering and pretty much like to the point where they can't control it, and they just like, you know, like they just want to control everything. Like, just look at history, like just look at it. But that's it for today, AK Game, Sending Kings and Goddesses, and yeah, I'm out. I love you. Bye. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because like I said, this is like This is from me and to you. Like, they just think about this. Remember this. It's not just the sun that they're trying to kill. They're trying to kill you as well. All right, AK gang, go. We're gonna bring that right back because I'm going back over this, right? And the first thing it says is these dusty young stars are changing the rules. And this is written by white people, right? So who does that sound like? That sounds like some racist stuff to me, right? It says they're changing the rules of planet building. And who changes the rules, everything. Like, we literally do what we want to do. Like, literally, we do what we want to do. And it's not a bad thing. It's just because they try to control everything. That's how life is supposed to be. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be free. Not try to control everything with religion or, you know what I'm saying? Like, just no. Like, no. And then we can go right back to this real quick. Some 100,000 years ago, when the Neanderthals still occupied the caves of southern Europe, a star was born. That first sentence right there starts off the whole article. No, it's the second sentence. Well, yeah, it's really the first sentence of, like, the starting of the article. That was just, like, something else. But that right there lets you know that, like, we've been here way longer. And then they know that they're Neanderthals, and then don't let them, like, this is what they try to do. They try to play games on you. They'll try to, but you see they call it stars at the same time, though, right? Because those planets are part of us. But they know that they were nomadic people, and they try to put that on us. They try to put that on us. And don't let that fly at all.